Good morning, everyone. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today we are going to do Aries New Year's 2022, wrapping up the year. And basically, it's all about own in the room. I got own in the room. So we're going to start there. All right. I am taking readings. You can reach out to me through messaging. Right now, I'm just getting the channel up. And we are making sure that this read is protected by all of my guides, my angels, my ascended masters. If you are not interested in spiritual reads, downloads, channeling, cards, all of it, please keep scrolling. Thank you. Anyone that is negative is definitely not welcome on this channel. Not a compromise. Okay, Aries, we are looking at New Year's 2022, wrapping up the year of 2022, and what I received was, and I received this a few days ago, for January of 2023 for you, but then today I opened it up and it's like, you know what, this is also about the latter part of 2022 and going into the very first couple of weeks of 2023. Okay. You are all about owning the room. What I am seeing right now in particular is a very evolved woman that has had two gentlemen that looks like you have already been owning the room. So there are two gentlemen that have been looking at you, and you are definitely, you're coming in as the Empress, and there is one male that is a respectful leader, the first card, the Emperor, and he is discipline focused. He definitely is very structured. He's a father figure, authority. He's very stable, or presents that way. I need to emphasize he presents as the Emperor, because the next guy is who he says he is. The first guy presents as the Emperor, so let's talk about that. He could be a father figure in the way of, just a really strong male, or literally he could be as a profession. He could be a priest or in the clergy. He could be in the Mason world, something affiliated with religion, structure, heavy structure, or someone that is representative of higher up in military or law enforcement. So that's the first guy, and he presents that way, but what I'm getting is that he is not necessarily true to that. He kind of uses it as a tool to allure anyone, whether it be male, female, children, conversations. It's his tool. So his real person, we're going to confirm on that, but we're just getting started into this read. The next gentleman comes in as the King of Swords. Okay. And the King of Swords is head over heart. So he is a thinker. He's an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And he is also very disciplined. He has a lot of clarity, also authority. He does not mince his words. And he's very honest and truthful. But he is also honest and truthful about head over heart. And that's just how he is. He can't really adjust who he is innately. You come in as the Empress. So there has been some contemplation around these gentlemen, and you have really kind of detached yourself, but you have sensitivity and care about your situation, but you have definitely been in contemplation. Like I said, you come in as the Empress. The Empress encompasses all queens of the deck. She is abundant. She's a nurturer. She's very, very feminine. She's a great parent, accomplished. She is all about action and growth, and whatever that means. That could be, internal action, like processes, or it could be just a very, forward-thinking female, very, very nurturing, feminine woman. And then the next card is the Justice card. Justice card being, fairness. It could be the law. It covers the month of October, and cause and effect, clarity, getting the truth. And it kind of looks like with the title being Own the Room, and these two men here, it's all about figuring out what is best for you, and paying attention to your dreams, and paying attention to what comes in at night, and really doing your homework, because you are in a place in your life where you are ready to kind of settle into your next phase, your next chapter, which is going to be marriage. So that is the Moon card. So you're really in your feels. You're having these thoughts and these premonitions about what your perfect life is going to look like, and you're just manifesting it. You're creating that. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, karma, destiny. It is your turning point. It looks like you have gone from one chapter of being a young woman that really kind of worked out all the kinks, going into your next phase of life. Now is the time to do it. Letting go of 2022 and deciding which man you're going to take into 2023 with you, because I'm getting that you're going to make the right decision for you. Okay, the next card is the Knight of Wands, and that is just all about energy and being fearless in your decisions, and also being impulsive, being passionate, and that's you. I mean, that is Aries in a nutshell. The next card is the Four of Wands: celebration, joy, the perfect home, marriage, community, harmony, happiness. And the last card I pulled up is the Five of Wands. Okay, there is competition. And I'm not getting too deep into, because it can be conflict, tension, strife, all of that. But what I'm getting with this read is that it is just a competition of, these men, whether they know about each other, they do feel each other, and they know that, you know, they're competing for your love. They're competing for you. So the outcome is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a romantic gesture, a romantic, uh, you know, offering, following the heart. You're Prince Charming. So let's go in and look at this Emperor and see what we have. Okay, the Emperor is in a self-imposed prison. So he does have some issues that he's working through. You know, and it kind of goes back to what I felt with his what he presents to the world and who he really is. You know, he really puts on the leadership role, but he's just, you know, in his own prison, like his own mental prison. Or, like I said, he could also hold the job of someone that works as a law enforcement. He's higher up in law enforcement if he does that. But, you know, just someone that is, he tends to struggle, and he hides it. And that is definitely going to be something that you're going to need to decide. Is that somebody that I want to spend my life with? Is that person that is putting on one air and, you know, really needing to do the self-work? And if it is, then, you know, you're a great person for him because you are the Empress. So you do know how to navigate that. But that's just something that you have to decide, is it something that I want to do with my life? The King of Swords. What came in is the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So what that tells me is he tends to struggle with holding on to money, keeping money, you know, making money, and that is a big issue. And that is not what the first man, you know, his issues are mental, emotional. The second man's issues are financial. And so, you know, as far as this gentleman is, you know, I think sometimes with the Ten of Wands is you have to realize that most of these wands you can put down. You don't have to hold on to all of this burden and responsibility, because a lot of it isn't yours. And I don't know that he has quite learned that, that not everything is his responsibility. So if he would just put some of those wands down, he would really open up some air for him to be able to make more money and hold on to it and provide. So I think that's something that he really wants to focus on. So the next card that we had was the Four of Cups, and what came in with that was the Emperor, the Manifestation, so the Page of Pentacles, and the Lover's card. It looks like the Emperor is somebody that you really is the one that you have been focused on. Just remember that the Emperor is kind of presenting as two different people. And the only way that I can say that might be somewhat reasonable is if he were a Gemini, but I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is that he is presenting as one person and, you know, really living with some baggage that he needs to work on. We have already gone through that, and I think that if you can handle it, you got this. So, but it does look like that is someone that is the one that you have been manifesting. Yeah, you are definitely in your feels, um, almost racking your brain too much. Because here we have the moon, the Three of Wands, and the Tower card. So what I am feeling is that you are definitely in your shadow self. You're going in, you're waiting, just kind of waiting for this huge change. And it has landed. So you definitely, you are experienced the tower, and now you're waiting for everything to kind of fall into place. And it is going to always, no matter what. And if you see on these wands of the Three of Wands waiting for your ships to come in, you've already planted the seeds. Do you see these tiny little leaves here? So that's new growth, new ideas. So you have put something out there, and I'm getting that it is through meditation, through experience with these two men, and you're just waiting for that big, huge epiphany, that big, huge change, that dream that is going to answer your questions for you. And only you can do that. But you are definitely looking at the emperor as more, or the man that is in either the church, structured leader. He could be a father, and so could the King of Swords, actually. The protective, the powerful guy that is either in law enforcement or the clergy. Okay, so the next card, being the Justice card, the card that confirmed that is this card. So there is something that he does over and over and over. And, this being the Eight of Pentacles, it's a pentacle. The pentacles are all about money. And being the Justice card, this person works hard. So you, being the Aries that you are, if you're looking at this read, whoever's working really, really hard is the person that you are looking at. I can tell you that. I know. But there is just the thought of that other person, like, So own the room. We're going to elaborate on that as well. Okay, let's talk about your deep emotions here. It's all about your choices. Yeah, it's about your choices on these two men here. Who am I going to choose? My options, my opportunities. What is my life going to look like? Yeah. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. For the Empress. You want to make sure for yourself that you're making the right decisions. Smart lady. And that's God's truth. You go, Aries. Okay, the next card, the Knight of Wands. Who's going to be your knight? Who's going to be your knight in shining armor? Who's going to be the one with the energy and the durability to last you your life? Someone that you communicate with that is you're very familiar with. This could be the childhood card. This could, one of these men could be somebody from your childhood. And that could very well help you with your answer, because he's the one that's going to bring you that Four of Wands. So this may come as a surprise, the one that you're communicating with. This could be another person that's coming in from your past to communicate with you. But remember, We're in Mercury retrograde. Whenever somebody comes in from your past in Mercury retrograde, it's usually not the guy that you want to spend your life with because you've already spent enough time with them. And if it didn't work once, it's not going to work again. Okay, this next card is the Five of Wands, and it looks so like threatening. This card does. It's really not that threatening. I think this is more about just the competition with the men, the conflict, the internal conflict that you have going on, and what it all means to you. And it should, rightfully, when you're thinking about the rest of your life and a man, there's nothing wrong with going into this place as long as you end up on the other side of it. You don't stay there. Okay, and there's some confusion there. This is just confirming what we've already been talking about and how there is confusion, and fair enough. So the outcome, I have the Knight of Cups, and that's the knight in shining armor coming in on his white horse with his cup of love. Okay? What you want to make sure with this is that since we have the Emperor, a very powerful man, exuding a lot of leadership qualities, does it make sense for this man to come in like a knight with a little cup of love? That's not really lining up. Okay. And then with a king, and the outcome is a little knight coming in with a tiny cup of love, but he's a king. And what this tells me, what I'm getting, is that be careful to not accept that. That is not you. That is not what you're gonna tolerate. Yes, you love the romance and you love the knight in shining armor, but that is not what's going to fulfill your life. So, and you're in a place in your life where you want it all. And quite honestly, you deserve it. You're a go-getter. Okay, the Ten of Swords. It's tearing you up. So, and that would devastate you. That's what that means, actually. Not that it's tearing you up. It would devastate you if that's what you ended up with, is that guy. Even though he's really cute, you have to be careful. So, also, okay, got it, check. All right, so what the cards are saying is somebody is really looking out for you. So I hope this gets to the right person. Someone's guides are saying, this is what you're going to end up with if you choose either one of these men. Own the room. That's why the title is Own the Room. Your guides are saying, go own the room because you're going to get what you want. Play around and date whoever you want, but if you choose one of these two, you're going to end up with a knight and nothing but a headache. And look at all these knives, swords in your bag, and a single working mother. Somebody's really looking out for you, helping you out. But there is love for you, for sure. Yes. And you just have to be really mindful of who is around you, who's in your energy. And, you're the queen, you're the empress. Yeah. And not dealing with anything. I mean, look at that. That's the Five of Cups. That's all your love laying on the ground. You don't need that. That is not um, what you deserve for sure. So any Aries out there looking for, and they're not going to put the work in. They're not going to put the work in, and it is going to make you very sad. So, and if there is a female Aries out there that is going into 2023 that has a choice between two men and is struggling with her choice, your guides are telling you to keep going and own the room for New Year's, because there is the potential out there, and if you stay with one of these men, your outcome will not be what you desire, and that is okay. They're looking out for you. They're guiding you in the right direction. There is someone for you. Your decisions shouldn't have to be so hard. They're telling you. They're saying you're gonna know. And they're also saying 2023, you're moving on to calmer waters. You are moving forward. You've got your head and your heart in the right place, and you are moving on to calmer waters. And let's see, anything else? And you are beautiful. They're saying that you are the Queen of Wands as well. You have that Queen of Wands energy. So you are the Empress. You encompass all queens, but you have that beauty. And everyone looks at you when you walk in the room. And you have that energy around you. And they're saying, don't settle. Don't ever, ever settle. You go, Aries. Aries woman. I hope this helps. Thank you so much. If you are interested in a reading, just message me. Thank you. Happy New Year.